Today we are joined by Alexander Joyce of Rejoice Financial, and today we're going to define terms. And Alex, let's start with fiduciary.
Sure.
This is a topic that is close to my heart.
Yeah, it is. And I think that when most people think about that term, they hear or they see a Ken Fisher ad. If you've got $500,000, if you got $500,000 or more, you need to talk to us, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I think that, to me, that's a little contradictory, because if the dollars and cents mattered so much, are you truly doing what's best for the client, which is the definition of a fiduciary? The definition of fiduciary, of course, has a legal obligation to put the client's interests above your own. And then this huge D word called disclosure that must go into play. Disclosure, to me, means the biggest thing that any individual should understand first before making a decision to work with an advisor, and that is cost. Right? What is the cost? When will I be billed? And what is the frequency, if you will? And I think that when you're working with someone more product driven, they happen not to be a fiduciary. And I'm not saying that this is good, bad, or indifferent. It just depends on where you're at in your life and which advisor is there to meet that goal, and is that expectation properly managed.
And when you say product driven, this is a person who is getting a commission for products they're selling me.
That's exactly right. So, in the mutual fund world, there's a commissionable asset, right? You sell a mutual fund, the advisor collects a commission. It's a very passive investment, and hence the fact that you don't see them traded very often because there's a commission, right? And the exact opposite, George, would be an ETF, right? And I'm not here giving investment advice at all, but an ETF is one that fiduciaries commonly use, or a registered investment advisory firm, because they're non-commissionable. The expenses are very low. They sit in the portfolio. They can be actively traded just like an individual stock, and that's why we like them, because there's no cost really.
Rejoice Financial, a fiduciary, you're going to make more money if I make more money.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. We share the same common goal, right? Everybody wants to make more money. The goal would be, how do we position the client to do just that? Are we holding their hand through that process? Are we, especially in a market like this, are we acting? Are we being proactive? Are we being active in the effort to meet the expectation? Are we bringing the client back in to give proper advice, if you will?
And how do we get a hold of you if we want you to do that for us?
Just call. Just give us a call. It doesn't cost anything. Let's sit down and have that conversation.
He is Alexander Joyce. The company is Rejoice Financial.